usual pair and commodity, which is the US oil, I guess. I think we started with US oil yesterday. Okay, it was the UK oil we started with yesterday. So let's dive into the chart and let's see what's happening on the UK oil. So on the UK oil, we had two scenarios that we were looking out for during the yesterday live session, and in order to make things more a little bit simpler for us, we had two key levels to work with. And the first key level we had was the $119 area, and then we had the key level at $122. So, like I said, we had two scenarios. We had the first scenario was a bullish bias. That is, if we were expecting price to do a bullish momentum, then we want to be expecting price to break out of that key level at $112, a retest of that structure with patterns that supports a trend continuation to the upside. Unfortunately, we did not have that scenario, hence we were not able to take any buy opportunity on the UK oil. However, the second scenario appeared to be yielding, as we do had a breakdown of that bearish trend line, which also shares a confluence with that key level. We saw that breakdown, then we saw price go to do a retest of structure, that is the bearish trend line and also the key level area, and we had structures in the form of a reversal pattern on the lower time frame. Then we saw price come down into as far as $117.33. So if you had been following the setup, definitely you must have taken the bearish position that we have here. So with what we have at this point, we will be having around 85, 80 pips thereabout running in profit at the moment. And remember what I told you on this pair, that there is a possibility that price could come down into somewhere around this area or this major bullish trend line we identified on the daily time frame, after which we look forward to a bullish momentum from this area. However, it is very, very important I state here that considering the long-term bullish momentum on this pair, we want to be very, very cautious at this point. Hence, we need to move our stop loss accordingly as price move in our favor as we take this bearish opportunity. So at this point in time, I'll be suggesting that we move our stop loss to somewhere around the key level area, that is somewhere around here, or probably move it into outrightly the entry zone at this point. So that is the first advice I'll be giving here as we head into the New York session. So the second thing we want to be doing is want to be looking out for a yardstick that will guide our actions going forward. We already have the key level at $119 area, which is one of the yardstick that will be guiding us as we head into the New York session. So the next scenario that we want to be looking out for, if I bring out my line chart at this point, we want to identify a downtrend line that will be guiding our actions going forward. So if we look left, the first one I see is at this area, this point. We have this one here, which goes like this. That's the first one that we can identify at this point. So I would like to highlight this. Let's give it a red so that it will stand out a little bit. And then I have this one too as well, which sorry, I would like to pick it from here. So it's more or less the same. So let's just keep this as our guide going forward. So one thing we want to be looking out for, let's go back to our candle chart. Let's ensure that these lines are already sitting on. Okay, good. So one thing we want to be looking out for is this. If we see a rejection of this trend line, and we see reversal patterns on lower time frame, that is like a double top structure, then a breakout of structure, retest of structure, we want to add position to this trade. So this is the first scenario we're going to be looking. This is the scenario we're going to be looking out for going into the New York session. So like I said, if you're already in this trade, just move your stop loss to break even or key level area, and we are going to be using this bearish trend line that I've highlighted in red as our yardstick, as we want to continue to see rejection of that trend line to be confident that we're still going bearish on this pair. So the second scenario we want to be looking out for is this. If there is going to be a bullish momentum going into the New York session, then definitely we want to be seeing a breakout of that bearish trend line. That is the red one I just identified here. Then want to see a breakout above of that bullish trend line, and want to see a retest of that area. We look for patterns that support a trend continuation to the upside. So that is for the bullish scenario here on the UK oil. And remember, for any bullish momentum, our take profit target still remains at $130. And what do we think we can use? Okay, we have this key level here. Can we have a key level around this area? Yes, we do have. If we look left, we can see how price has been. You see, this area has been supply zone for some time before it became a demand zone here, and then we saw a demand zone here, supply, a breakout, a demand, supply area. So I want us to readjust our key level area based on the present market structure to align with a level around this area to be our guide for any bullish momentum as we head into the New York session. So we want to be having somewhere around 120. Give me a moment. Let's bring out the line chart for the sake of clarity. And then we have somewhere around, I think 120 most. Yes, I think 120 $10. $120.10 appears to be most appropriate at this point. So let's just approximately place it at $120. So we want to see, if we are going to buy the UK oil, we want to see price break out of this bearish trend line, the red trend line I just highlighted here, and then we want to see price go up as far as breaking above the bullish trend line, this one, the dotted black line here, and then we want to see a retest of structure which also shares a confluence with our new key level at $120 to take advantage of a trend continuation to the upside. So we would want to adjust our entry point right above that key level, that is around 120.50 cents. That is after our confirmation is done. So we want to have something like this for any buying momentum here on the UK oil. So this is the two scenarios we have here. Our sell opportunity is running in profit already, and I advise we move our stop loss to break even. And if we do have a breakout of that trend line, which also shares a confluence with the key level, then we want to take advantage of a trend continuation at the site of a reversal pattern on lower time frame. So this is what I'm looking out for on the UK oil. Now, do we have any questions or you need further clarifications on this one so that we can Okay, good morning. What is the situation, Doji USD? Okay, I'll pen that down as usual, and I'll see. Let's see if we would have time to do that before the end of the session. US oil Alok. Okay, we're going to look at US oil. I think US oil is what follows right after the UK oil that we're just talking about at the moment. Khan is stating that he lost again $500 in Bitcoin. Well. Um, I'm of the opinion that this is more of a psychological thing than analytical aspects. And one thing I always emphasize here on the forum is that we need to be very patient. And if we are patient, it's very rare we lose money while trading. And why do I say that? In order to allow our patience to unfold, we need to look out for signals. That's a signal. We've seen the signal. When we see a signal, we don't get too excited about it. That's the first thing I will always say. After which, we will now look for confirmations. The signal is not a sign that we should buy or sell outrightly, but a signal is just an information that is telling us that there is a probability that price is moving in this direction. After which, we want to wait for confirmations to give us an assurance that it is good for us to either buy or sell. So the question I'll be asking Can at this point is, are you waiting for confirmations before you take your trade, or you get too excited at the sight of a signal and you take your trade outrightly? So that is why if you look at what I've been explaining in my analysis so far, I always make emphasis on the fact that we look out for signal first, after which we look out for confirmations to jump into the trade. If we see a signal and the confirmation does not come, then we rather allow that trade to pass. So this is my advice, and I will suggest that if can take to this advice, you will see that your trading experience will improve positively. I hope this will help for some time. I think just follow the instruction, be patient, and things will work out well. 678 FX, hello. Oh, hi, how are you? Good morning. Good morning, Wrong Vang. Good morning to you. 398, hi, how are you? Good morning. So, in the absence of no questions on the UK oil, I'm of the opinion that we'll move on to the next pair.